Hello and welcome to this review for the Alpine Lodge. It is this year's addition to the LEGO series Winter Village Collection, and the set is number 10325. Now, what's really cool about the set is that's 1,517 pieces and is only $99 USD. So, technically, for those that like the price to parts ratio, you're technically getting 50% more than you would by that particular ratio. So that's pretty cool. And in Canadian, it's $130 Canadian, which comes out to the exact same thing. All right, so I got mine on the Lego website. I got it with a few other sets that I could get the maze, which I already reviewed. But now, since I got it, we'll review it. Now, what's fun about this set is that, it's both the positive and negative part, depending on how you look at it. While it's part of the Winter Village collection, the fact that it is an Alpine Lodge, something more real world, not necessarily Santa Claus, what you end up is that this wouldn't fit with the rest of the Winter collection. It can, you can do whatever you want, but it doesn't feel in the same theme. There's nothing, like I said, it's more real world. What's fun for me though is that since I don't have a lot of space for these sets, it makes this one more unique. So I can just buy this one and not feel that I'm missing out by connecting it to other things. And what I find fun is that it is a house. My favorite kind of Lego growing up has always been a house, and you get that. You do get other really cool builds, which I will go through as well. But we'll start with the biggest part, which is definitely the inn here. So with the inn, what I found pretty cool, and a lot of people have mentioned this as well, is this effect of having all the logs here. And you have the log effect all throughout. So you even have like here, a log here can be chopped next to the little kitty here. Let me show you. This is a little cat animal you have that's there. You also have a squirrel, and you have a little bird that I find really cute because he's next to his little birdhouse, which has a hole. I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to the logs. So there is a log here with an axe here that can be chopped for fun. And here, next to the little snowbank, you actually can open it up to reveal that many more logs for you to put here and chop. What's fun about this set, and I'll bring up with other parts, is that there's a lot of elements that tell a story. As we'll see, like I said, just normal thing of having a place to chop the wood with the axe, and you have the wood here, so you can see the day-to-day activities of what happens with this log, with this Alpine house. A really cool deal that I found fun is that while the two doors are the same element, the fact that this one here has arch pieces in front of it make it look like it's a different kind of door. That's well done. And I keep getting fascinated by seeing these, especially with these kinds of these sets, which tend to use like pieces that already exist and using them in new ways. This is definitely not new, but it's still fun to see that old school grill element here used, and it just fits within this totally new setting of kind of a log cabin, an oldish cabin. So that's well done. Of course, this means that you can't open these windows here. And you can't open any of the windows. There's these snowbanks everywhere. Now, the most prevalent element, I guess I said, is this kind of element. It's not the same as, the logs is just the typical, here, this kind of brick that we've seen our whole lives. This one here is more of let's say half of that, right? And there's 4 types. So there's the 1, there's the 2 that you see here, there's the 4 right here, and you also have the corner piece. As if I recall, the corners are all in white because they represent the snow. And but the other ones are split. For example, this and this is the exact same element, but this is to simulate the snow and this is to simulate wood. Now, what I find pretty fun about this set is that as I was building it, there were these technic elements to it. And I thought they were going to be some kind of gimmick, but they're not. They're just so that you actually set it in place. You'll have, even though this looks symmetrical, it's not built at all at the same time. This is built way before you get to this part. And I'll show you how, while the technic elements is here, that doesn't actually make it do anything. It does do something here. I'm not sure if it's intentional. It's not, I didn't see it in the instructions or in the back of the box, but we'll go through it. All right, so speaking of which, let's turn this around. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to point out, it's a small build, but I found it really cute. I found the lamps really, really nice. Like I said, everything's made to be like a old school, warm, cozy feel to it. All right, so turning this around. And yeah, if you had seen my Up House review, I didn't like how it looked like a facade, But this is totally not that. This has a lot of play area inside. And you can see someone's already sleeping there. And funny enough, I'm going to bring it a bit closer. She does have the sleeping face. So that's fun. I mean, it is an inn, so it's fun to have, guests have a sleeping face here. Now, this here, if you can reach inside, there is a gift. I also put a briefcase and a pen here. That's not too important. And this is the part that I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but you can actually lift this and gain access to it, if you want. And here you can see what I was talking about. There was that whole Lego Technic element, which now we can open here. And I don't really, there's no really purpose for it like this, but it ends up, staying stored here. Of course, doing that kind of messes it up. So, way to go, me. So that's it. And I derailed this entire review. Just gonna put it back. There you go. Okay. But yes, this is what I was referring to. You can also open it on this side. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's intended, he can do it. But what it adds, I guess, is you can play around more with it. Just more stuff you can do. I just found it interesting because usually it's a very static thing, right, the roof? But in this case, not static at all. Okay, good. Now, Chimney is a gorgeously built element. So it's got... What I like is that they don't go too much with the whole, this kind of brick stone element. There's two different shades of it, but the fact that it's combined with more regular bricks, and also that you have these parts, if you can see it, so I'll make it a bit better. There you go, better. These parts here that are actually just built, right? They're creased that's high. And it makes for a really cool, once again, rustic, old school, nice chimney. I do like this. This is nice stuff. So you have all different different parts protruding from it, still in a nice geometric shape and pattern. And on top here, this is where you have the main gimmick of this build, which is that there's a light brick. So not only are you get 50% more bricks than you would by normal standards of applying the 10 cents per brick rule, but you also get a light brick. And what that does is by pressing the chimney here, or next to this bed, you'll see that it lights up. Okay, and better yet, it serves a double purpose. So it actually illuminates also the fire at the bottom here. See? That's super well done. So while we're here in the back, you also have a cute little build for a coffee maker, and you have this gentleman here. That's the inn owner, and he's the one with the book to register people in. Now we're gonna look at the minifigure. Simple. I do like the overalls. I find it cute. I like the old school grandpa hat. Very cute too. My father has one of these. And it's cute all around. He doesn't have an alternate face, but he's fine, doesn't need one. The girl sleeping, I'll bring her back up. Let's fit this. Okay, so easy access. So her alternate face is, there you go. She's very happy to be at this inn. We'll make it here. If you're wondering what's in here, it's just a pair of binoculars. You can put whatever you want in it. It's a little present. Now it is fun that we have 3 beds. I mean, it is an inn, so you'd want a few things. To me, it looks more kind of like a bed and breakfast type thing. But yeah, so there's 3 beds. This one is for that single person. Here you share a room. This one is smaller, so it's for a child, and we do have a child. We'll check him out later, or her later. Here she is. And we have a more adult-sized bed with cute little cabinets around with little light flame elements. And yes, there are, as you can see, there are Christmas decorations all around. So it is still very much Christmas themed. Yeah. Now, back to the ledger here where you see people coming in. It is a sticker, but this is not egregious at all with stickers. So this is the actual, there's only 4 stickers, and I've only applied 3 of them. There's one that I just don't like. I'll show you when we get to it. And everything to look at, so there's a poker here for the fireplace. I do like the builds here for the couches. And there's even a little cookie here. That's a print, but we've seen that before. And if you're wondering what this is, if you're wondering what this is, that's the storytelling element I was referring to before. So what we do have is we have a person in a skidoo, yeah, who's bringing a tree. And this tree, you can take it here, and you can actually put, like when it comes time for Christmas, when you're ready, you can just take it and put some lights on it. Decorate as you wish. There's a bunch of these. I'll show them to you clear. The set comes with a bunch of these that you can just put on the tree. And when you're satisfied, you put the tree in the middle. And there he is. That's the tree. So that's very well done. Like I said, it tells a story, it's cute. My one nitpick though is that the tree itself, this is the, not sled, but like the trailer for the tree. It doesn't necessarily, it's very, very stiff. And the tree itself doesn't really latch on to any, there's no part for the tree itself. It's just, you're just putting it on like you would put on anything. There's nothing, it's not like it's made necessarily for the tree. Okay, I'll put it back. Put it back here. Now, if we're going to look at this person here, this lady comes with alternate face, so happy and just, we'll say kind. And she does also have an alternate hairpiece. Good. Now, there was another person I want to show you. There's this person here who's on his skis. He's got the hair that we've seen with the 12th Doctor, Joker. It's in the Ghostbuster set, so it's been around quite a bit, but it works fine. And does he have yeah, he does. He has an alternate head for maybe it didn't go too well with the skis. It didn't go too well on the slopes. Let's put it back. There you go. And yeah, I'm in my my storytelling. This is his bed, which he shares with his kid. And speaking of which, let's go check his kid. Now, believe it or not, while I do love the house, I think the house is great. I'd like it to focus too. Come on. Okay. Well, the house is fine. I have no problems with it. My favorite part of the building experience was actually this skating rink part here. And I'll show you the magic of it all. So I'll take this person out here. And I will take this out too. This is like a little stand where you can rent some skates. Now, looks nice. You've got this pearlescence here to stimulate the frozen water. What the magic trick that I find here is that if you look under, it's actually just 3 of these kind of window plates that we use now for houses, right? To make a quick, nice house, and it in pearlescent. But what's cool about this is that you don't build it in the traditional way of like horizontally, because horizontally it would be built like this, right? But it turns out that when you're following the instructions, you can actually build it while laying it on the floor. So you're building it horizontally instead of vertically, which is different than how I've ever built Lego. So I found that really, really interesting. I found it cool that you can actually, it's just how brilliant it is that the fact that you do have, not plates, but I guess, you do have those kind of corner plates where you can actually put bricks at different levels. So you can put some here while on the side as well. And what I find really cool about that is that I just realized that you can now use this to do whatever shape you want. So it's just brilliant. Less brilliant, though, I would say, are these kinds of trees. We've seen them in the Viking set, which I've also reviewed, the Viking Village. And I don't know, I'm just really not feeling these. I don't think they look great, though. I'll take one out to show you. I didn't show them before. And I mean, I guess you could turn it around so it could look, better to your liking, but I just don't. I find the top, there's just too much. Like at this angle, it looks terrible. It looks extremely phallic. I'm not a big fan. I think this goes on for too long here. Fun thing though is that there is a pine here, and there is another pine here near the outhouse, right? And these are 2 pines which are referenced in the title. Not the title, but in the name of this place. So 2 pines in. I do find it fun because to me it's like a reference to the kind of Twin Peaks. It's got, like I said, once again, that show, even though it was kind of crazy, there was also that, old school and warm feeling that you had, especially with the characters inside the village that the FBI agent really latched onto and cared for. And so that's fun. You have Twin Peaks, and you also have the reference to, I don't know if it's a reference, but to me, I also see it as like there's the Twin Pines or Two Pines Mall in Back to the Future. All right, so I'm gonna put this back here. And yes, I did take the skates, took him out, and gave him to this little girl. Little girl or little boy? I don't know. Well, you'll judge. I do like the printing. Here, we'll take this out so you can see it. The printing is very cute. There, very nice. It goes in the back too. And there is an alternate face. I'm very happy. I find it so cute. It's a chubby little kid. It reminds me of my kids. Okay, and here you go. Still don't know. Could be either gender. Won't judge. You choose. It's up to you. I'm still gonna go with the fact that it's a little girl. I don't know, but that's fun. It's really whatever you choose it to be. Because girls can play hockey, girls can wear blue. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, if anyone wants to know, if you want to hold it this way, I found it actually pretty easy. I mean, it's easier to hold the hockey stick if you invert the hand, right? Turn this way so that you can actually get it better. I mean, it's still not the way you hold a hockey stick, but it looks better than just having it in the air and just with one hand, which I didn't think was too great, right? And you also have another like old school tree here, and you have like I guess the remnants of a snowman. Maybe someone gave up. I also found this little dock type of build to be really cute. Yeah, lastly, so we do have the outhouse here. I mean, it's kind of odd that you have this supposedly 5-star inn. Still makes you poop outside, but here it is. And this is where, so you've got this here, the sticker that will go there, but I don't, when you have a sticker that's just in a small place over a whole large area, no matter what, even if it matches, I just always find it off, so I'm just not gonna stick it. That's me. Okay, so for this one, what I found cool was, once again, they do use, not once again, because this was all Technic right here. We still have the idea that like for the slope, there is this kind of extra element here that you will put down, and then you're gonna close like this. So it's just brilliant to get it that way. Now, you open inside, and one of my favorite details is that you have the toilet paper roll. I mean, all it is just this normal little cylindrical brick that we've seen our whole lives, but done this way and at this angle, you can see inside too. It looks like a toilet paper roll. It's just really, really well done. You can't see too well. But, yeah, there's the place where you sit. It's odd that you still have this, but once again, it adds to the very old school feel. Can't say enough. That's what I get. That's what I get. All right, so that's the set. You'll let me know what you think about the set in the comments. I think it's definitely worth it. I mean, you get a beautiful piece here. You get a really cool way of building here that is flipped on its head. Lovely. And oh yeah, another fun thing is that this whole section here with this is actually a separate manual. So you can have, since there's less here, it's very easier for the attention span of a kid. So your child could build this with you. Of course, I didn't find this too tough either. It gets a little bit monotonous, right, with this whole area, as you can imagine. But it wasn't anything too tough. So, I mean, anybody that's, I guess, 10 could build this. You don't have to be 18 years old to build this. So yeah, and for this part here, I would say 6, 7, 8 is fine. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and I wish you guys all the very best. Take care.